Well, we're here at the CCA workbench, and we're talking about kids and new products all day, all night, all weekend.
We're going to concentrate on the new products part right now.
Okay.
We're going to talk, here, hang on to that. This is the Academy CCA 50-pound digital scale. You can go to Academy and pick it up there. It's got a nice zero-out function. Also, obviously, it'll weigh a fish up to 50 pounds. It's made out of good waterproof plastic there, polypropylene, and it's got a nice backlight. You know, when you hit that on button there, it'll turn on, and you can see the blue little light that comes on, so you can see it in bright sunshine or dark. Runs on 2 AAA batteries, and it's available at all the Academy stores or online.
And remember, guys, whenever you buy a CCA product at Academy, they give
we all want to know how much that fish weighs.
Percentage back to
that thing will help you. Next, we've got the Suffix Advance. This is a hyper copolymer line, and that hyper copolymer line, what it means is they put these polymers in the line, and when they extrude it, in this extrusion process, all the polymers go to the outside, which makes it very, very abrasion resistant, yet still very supple and smooth, which is, you know, what you're looking for in a line. You want it to be able to be, you know, limber and cast well, but you still want it to be able to stand up to stumps and pilings and whatnot.
We know that everybody, you know, a lot of guys are fishing braid. There's still a lot of use.
Correct.
For monofilaments.
Correct, and this is one of the best ones. You know, very, like I said, excellent lure control and bite detection. Very sensitive. The Suffix Advance. Next, we got the AFTCO Cloudburst fishing shorts. These are my favorite shorts from AFTCO now because not only do they, you know, you can go fishing in them, but they look really nice. You can, you know, you can go around in them because I don't like to have a whole lot of clothes. So this one, you know, I could pack like 3 of these in a suitcase, and I'm good for fishing and going out. You know, they look good on the dock as well. They got the 4-way stretch fabric, so you can really get around. It's got the pocket plier like it always does. All the AFTCO shorts do. You know, stain resistant. It's got Teflon. It's got what I call, and you know,
this is what I really like.
I call this the infinity button, because this thing will last forever. It's a attachment or a closure. You know, it's kind of like a Velcro. It's like a super Velcro, and it'll never go away. A button, you know, can come off.
It's like there's all these little bubble knobs that go inside more knobs.
Correct.
And it's just the way it buttons.
I call it the infinity button, but you know, they're gonna have to, you know, give me money if they want to use that going forward.
I'll talk to Bill about that.
All right. Next, we got the VMC Nico skirts. You know, I showed you guys the Nico rig last year, which this is the Nico rig with a Bass Assassin tap out worm, and what these are these Nico skirts. The Nico rig uses a nail head in the front of in the top of the worm,
right?
And what this does is it puts nice skirts onto the nail head. So now you've got, not only does the weight go down there, but you got the nice skirts on there to add an extra attraction. You know, it's good for bass especially. They're really good. Use an 8-pound test line and that little 2-pound Nico. I mean a 2-aught Nico.
Tell me about the gloves, Bob.
Well, these are Fish Monkeys gloves. There's the Waterman glove there. You know, the heavy duty. It's got the second skin fit, a really ergonomic design. Again, these things have the 4-way stretch as well, so they fit you really nice. They got a neoprene wrist closure, which, you know, you make sure that they don't come off, especially when you're gaffing fish or whatever. You don't want your glove to come off with the gaff.
Nice.
They also, you know, have actually a Kevlar, these half-finger jigging gloves over here as well. These are actually angling gloves, and they have a Kevlar palm in them, Kevlar reinforced in the palm and the fingers, and they just keep these 3 fingers exposed, or, you know, the tips of the fingers, so the angler can touch the line and tie up stuff, whatever he needs to do. And those are the Fish Monkey gloves.
Good job. All right, well, we have from the Coast Guard, we have Officer Jeff Barnes from the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary. And Jeff, this is Safe Boating Week, so there's some new things that we're going to talk about.
Right, so even though we're enjoying National Safe Boating Week this week, we always want to make it a point that every day of the year need to be a safe boater. So there's a couple things we're going to talk about today, and one of those things is life jackets.
Right.
So we usually see the panel on the back of the life jacket or on the side, and you know there's usually the type 1, type 2, the type 5. We have a type 4 that's sitting right here on the counter, and that's the one that's the throwable that you always want to have on the boat ready to deploy. But there's going to be some changes now. So you're going to see in the panel new icons coming around. And these icons look like someone in the water. They'll have a number next to that person. And that person, that number represents newtons. And that means how much buoyancy is in that flotation device. So the lower the newton, it's like an inshore kind of life jacket. It's going to be a little bit lighter wear, easier to wear. And then you got the 150s that are for like going offshore. So if you're going to be going offshore over 25 miles, you can't get a radio to work, your VHF is out of range, you would be using that to stay above the waves for a longer period of time. And then while you're sitting in the water waiting for to be saved, your EPIRB, or PLB, stands for Personal Locator Beacon, is going to be deployed.
Right.
And check out this little guy right here. This is made by Ocean Signal, which is a company owned by ACR.
It's amazing,
and
it's so small.
This fits in the palm of your hand. You can put it right on your jacket. Look at this. The antenna comes right out like this. You open the door,
Hit the button.
hit the button, and the cavalry's coming.
They're going to find that
Coast
thing.
Guard's going to show up in 15 seconds.
And this is anywhere in the country, land, sea, anywhere around the world, really. And that's for your personal protection. Now, on the boat, these things are good to have. These are EPIRBs. These are beacons that will be sitting in the vessel, and if water starts coming into the vessel, it'll start floating. The cavalry come. You don't even have to do anything other than register it. So,
Where do they
go? So vessel safety exams and boating classes, you go to cgox.org, and we'll get you set up.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, Bree, where are we going next?